Alright, what's up, y'all? So we are in drop D tuning here, no capo. Now, I'm going to start off by saying the chord progression for this song is actually kind of simple, and it's the whole way through. What you're going to want to do is a C sharp power chord here, so 4th fret on the A string with your index, ring and pinky fingers on the 6th on the D and G. Then you're going to want a 6th fret, and you're going to want to bar the top 3 strings. Put your pinky on the 8th on the G. Then you're going to slide that down to the 3rd fret for an F. And then that power chord that we put at that C sharp, bring it over here to this D sharp. So that's the chord progression for verse, chorus, all of it. That's just the basic progression. So if you can't do the little add-ons I'm going to show you, you can always just revert back to this and play the song. And that's the chorus too, just as it is. So let's get into this though. So for the intro, it's just going to be that little progression I just taught you. That's the intro. Now once you get started with the verse, you hear a lot of different notes in between. It's obviously done on electric guitar, so it sounds a little bit different. But what you're going to want to do is bar the 11th fret. This is another C sharp here. Bar the top 3, and you're going to want to have your, I use my middle or ring, I switch sometimes, but you're going to want to have one of those fingers on the D string on the 13th fret. So you have this chord. And just play top 3. Then you're going to want to do 1 strum, and then take that off, strum it back on. So, like that. And then after that, so go, and then do off on the 13th, onto the 15th with your pinky, back to the 13th. So we got this. And then back to the original bar. So again, we have, that's the progression. Again, you're going to be chucking in between that, so it sounds like this. Okay? It's kind of tough, so if you can't get it at first, don't be discouraged. You can go back to that chord progression and play that whole song like that. But for those that want to learn that part, that's the way that we're going to be doing this verse, okay? Then you're going to take that C sharp from the 11th that we're playing, you're going to slide down to the 6th fret, and then D string on the 8th fret with your ring or middle, whatever you want to do. It's going to be that same pattern. Instead, you're going to be, but with the D string, you're going to be on the 8th and the 10th. So it's on, off, back on, off, on the 8, on the 10, 8, back to the bar on the 6th. So far we got. Okay, then you're going to bring it down here to the 3rd fret, 5th fret on the D string. Sorry. Same pattern too, and it's just going to be it's going from 3, 5, 6 on the D. So that's how we're doing it with that. Okay. So that's after that. Now the last part after this is going to be just through 2 fingers, 6th fret on the A, I use my middle finger, and 5th fret on the D, I'm going to use my index. And I'm just going to cover with the rest. I'm just going to play those 2 strings, and then you hit it once, then twice, and then hammer on onto the 6th fret on the D with your ring finger. Then you're going to alternate between that, like that, okay? Okay, and you're going to hear a lot of chucking in between that too. So I think actually the first part is like this. chucks up and down strokes. Then it goes into the verse, which is exactly what I just showed you. You just repeat it a couple times. Sorry. So that's your verse, okay? And once again, if that's too hard, you guys can still go back to this. It's the whole song, just little different add-ons with electric notes. Now when it hits that pre-chorus, what you're gonna do is, it's the same progression of chords, but what you're gonna do is, even the same actual notes that hit, but you're gonna do, so you're gonna hit D, A, D, but you're gonna have your finger, your middle finger or ring on the D string on the 13th already, so it's D, A, D, D again, and then 13, 15. Okay? But you're gonna have 2 extra hits there. So that's what it's gonna sound like. Okay? So D, A, D, D, again up here. And you're gonna do that double the time. Okay? Just like that. And I like to palm mute it too. Okay? Then you come to the 6th fret and do the same thing as I showed you before, but just palm mute that. Same progression as I just showed you. This time you go on 8 and 10 on the D. So it's okay. That's what you want to do. Then you go down to the F, and it's same with the 5th and the 6th fret. I think it's better to use your ring finger there, it's a little more comfortable for me. And then with the last part and the pre-chorus with this chord here, you're just gonna strum it up and down. Open like that. So the whole thing sounds like this. Okay, then you go into the chorus, which is the same thing I showed you at the beginning. C sharp power chord, 6th fret bar, 3rd fret bar, 6th fret power chord. And that repeats throughout the song. So all the verses sound like okay, and all the pre-choruses. Excuse the acoustic, it is a little bit harder to play it on this. And then after the second chorus, and you got that breakdown in the bridge, it's just the same chords as the chorus. Just strum them out, just like the intro. And the song ends with the chorus, I believe. So that's all there's to this one. A little bit tough if you want to learn all the individual notes that I showed you. But if it's too hard for you guys, don't fret it right now. It does get easier as you keep practicing, but you can just stick with this for now. And that's really the whole song. Have some fun with it, y'all. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and drop those in the comments. Any requests, I'll try to get to those as well. As always, I appreciate y'all watching. And if you guys like what you see, please drop a like, subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate every one of y'all. Thank you.